Well, Martz, hi, how are you? Great that you've joined YouTube, great that you've done your first video. Uh, I suppose my video response, I've been looking for a light similar to this one, so that, we have the same bad lip syncing thing going on. But it was actually funny, it's funny to listen to somebody's voice and, their lips to be moving, not in sequence, synchronization of their words, you know what I mean? So it was also great to hear that you waffle as much as I waffle and go off topic. You definitely do. So it's, just let's be rest assured that that's a definite XXY trait. You'll notice in the XXY talk forums that, somebody might set up a post or a thread entitled disability, and in that thread people will not stick to that topic, so we do tend to go off tangent thinking and stuff. So it is good, isn't it, Martin, to I forget names as well, so I'm just going to call you Martz. But it is great to have people to compare ourselves with, because when I was growing up, or let's say when I found out that I was XXY, so the late teens, there was no information, there was no real internet, there was no information really for me, unless it involved reading pages and pages of stuff, which of course I wasn't going to do because I hate reading. So this brings me on to my thinking of what Graham has said to me recently. I promised that I would give reactions to his thoughts of me on his videos, because he obviously needs to learn how I am, and also learn not to say what I'm not. But I don't like reading, I don't like studying, I haven't gone to college. I went to college when I was 21 and it lasted 5 days, and that wasn't even 5 days in a row. So I'm not a scholar person, I hate that sort of stuff, and I'm the sort of person that just does things naturally. Though, as I'm finding now in my state of complete and utter shit feeling and thoughts, because I've gone off the testosterone, I now think to myself, oh fuck, my stuff is just not good enough. I need to improve, musically I mean, and but also just, what's the harm in actually going and studying something that I actually enjoy? And I would go and do that. Anyway, I don't want to waffle on about myself, more about you, Martz, because for I don't know how many years we've been talking on and off occasionally, and I can't remember, we must have talked on Messenger probably, but did we talk on Messenger, or did we just type with each other? I don't know what we did, but the point is, it's great to meet you too, and I take your point of the of Justin 47XXYs, that technically if somebody's going to be going on the internet and checking up on 47XXYs, that they're going to get through to Justin's paintings, and his Artist Ireland channel is dedicated for that, really. But I suppose, his 47XXY channel was set up originally just to do stuff on XXY Klinefelter syndrome stuff, and now I think probably it's mixed a bit now, is it? But yeah, I mean, I probably would have been better off calling my channel 47XXY, and I was on YouTube. I think I was the first known or self-proclaimed XXY on YouTube. I think I was. I could be wrong, but I'm not really trying to claim the victory there or anything, no. But just on the level of, Justin took 47XXY as a channel name, and I just came in as Peace and Party, like what I chose my internet screen name to be many years ago. Just thought about it. I'm good with words, they say. I know I'm pretty good with words, so I just came up with Peace and Party, because it kind of contradicts itself, and I do contradict myself, and that's kind of everybody does, but so anyway, I did my piece on YouTube at the start because I was kicked off xxytalk.com. I was actually on the site, Martz, for, I don't know, was it a year? I think it was a year. and I'd been threatened to be kicked off it throughout the year too, because my views were very hard, and I wasn't agreeing with people, and I was arguing with people on many levels, because I was basically saying, because they were saying to me that they're all males, that we're male and we're not intersex. That's what they were saying at the start, and I said, oh no, we are intersex for a start, meaning we're not your typical male species, and we're not your typical female species either. So that's why we're intersex, because of the extra X chromosome in our XY. Like we basically may as well call ourselves XY people, meaning males with extra X chromosomes, meaning not males or not complete males. And many XXYs have to and want to argue that they are males, because they don't want to have the challenges of the society, giving them the amount of crap that society has already given homosexuals, and the amount of crap that society has already given the transgender people in the world. I believe that transgender people in general, not all of them, I think the transgendered people in the world in general, many of them are intersex, like born naturally intersex, but they don't know. And why don't they know? Because our medical system is a joke in many ways. I just admitted to watching CSI the last few days, lots of series. Getting addicted to it, and that sort of science is brilliant, when you can go to a crime scene and use all these techniques for figuring out stuff and taking things apart and finding out the truth. On that level, science is excellent, and medical community people are excellent. But when the medical community starts going around and labeling us as having disorders of all sorts, that's not right. And so I'm against that. I'm against the bad labeling from doctors, on people like us. Also, I'm for, because I'm really not an anti-globalization person, I'm actually pro-globalization. I'm actually for, I want a globalized world, but I don't want the new world order as it's been seen at the moment. I want the newest world order, where we have a globalized world, but there's basically everything is open and free. Open and free, if you can believe it, people. Yeah, because it basically could be. Yeah, and I think, for a start, free healthcare is really important for people, so that people are not put off because of financial situations, to go and get treated or helped or advised by professionals who are not just in the medical field, they're also in the holistic field as well, and in all sorts of other fields. And we're all sheep, really, aren't we? Meh. So listen, Martz, really enjoyed your waffle. I hope you've enjoyed my waffle. And yeah, I reread the post or the comment I left on your channel saying ask Santa Claus for a webcam, and you're using now your Siemens phone. So Christmas is coming up again, so maybe you can get a webcam this Christmas. I'd recommend getting one that I have here, Logitech. But you can, the reason mine's like this is because I chose the settings like this, and I think because I'm just not a computer genius, I just take what comes, use what I have, and hope for the best. As you realize, Martz, that we are obviously similar, because you're kind, genuine, you look like a happy-go-lucky, and then you talk about you have great sex, and I think XXYs that are active in the sack are probably some of the best lovers in the world. I do think that because of the extra X chromosome, or if we don't think of it that we're males, XY with an extra X chromosome, meaning XXY, if we're not that, if we're just XXY and nothing about XY, if we're XXY and We're just a different species. I mean, think about it logically. Any person in the world would love a bit of that. Because I have been, most girls say I'm a brilliant kisser, and yes, they would say I'm excellent in bed. Obviously the girls that I've shagged, I mean, and the testosterone does help there. And without my testosterone, I complained, or not complained, but I stated in a video, and Graham picked me up on it, and it hasn't. I hope Graham will lay off me a little bit. There's no need to be attacking me or poking me and saying, yeah, you're not having sex, you can't keep a woman, blah blah, because I did say, yeah, that without the testosterone I'm not as horny as usual. And anyway, so I won't get into that right now. Really great that you've done this video, and I want you to do millions more. Alright, see ya, man. Ciao, peace, ciao.